right one, yeah. On the 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 right one, yeah. I'm not the one, I'm the right one. I walkin' like a bird, cold, look clear, aim. You wanted smoke, I heard it. You talk big, all wordy, all bark, no bite. You can't win this fight. I seen your hand shake when the room got quiet. I don't need a threat, I bring it, then I write, yeah. Tick, tick, hear that whistle, step too close, get the missile. Blood in my eyes, stealing my job. Say my name once, then stand by the law. I'm not the one, yeah. On the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. On the right one, yeah. You came for when you left with none. On the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. On the right one, yeah. I don't choose a crowd, I let them come. I stare here hard like a loaded drum. You keep on talking, I keep on moving. Your chest gets loud, but your legs ain't proving. You want that title, you want that crown. I take one look and I shut it down. I cries when the flow gets mean. I came in clean, let the scene pristine. Tick, tick, hear that whistle, step too close, get the missile. Blood in my eyes, stealing my job. Say my name once, then stand by the law. I'm not the one, yeah. On the right one, I'm not the one, yeah. On the right one, yeah. You came for when you left with none. On the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. On the right one, yeah. I don't bend, I don't break, I don't flinch, I don't fake. Every shot you throw just feeds my pace. Every lie you spit, I put back in your face. I'm not the one, yeah. On the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. On the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. On the right one, yeah.
I'm the champion, feel the rush, the crowd goes wild.
Obviously, obviously, yeah, obviously. Obviously, yeah, obviously. Tell them, obviously. I know these niggas don't want me to win, but I'm sorry, G. I know they thought I wouldn't come back and pose on them hoes, but nigga, it's time to eat. I got a vendetta. Any one of you niggas, I been better. Got them gritting they teeth without gritting at them. Took a second away from the table, it's time to feast. Heard they was mumbling, talking up under their breath. That nigga a hoe, he soft. That nigga lame. That nigga bitch, he puss. I stood on business, that's law. I had them running that boots and tucking they tail and scared to put me on a song. I had them cuffing they bitch and thinking I hit. Shit, what you on? Couple years off, and I'm back in this motherfucker, nigga. Do somebody, then fuck your recognition. You don't like I'm spitting, nigga, better shoot somebody. The game and full of clowns, I don't believe you sucker niggas. Better leave me be, okay? Niggas better watch their speech, okay? You better than me, no way, Jose. I could be cutthroat and I'm all out, but I let them get paid for a minute. Let them look gang for a minute, but really they hate cause I never look lame for an image. Never be fake, I'm a realist, I'm solid. I went out and got it, I promise I'm with it. Want me to switch up and get soft on so you can make it, I promise I get it. I know some secrets I never tell, but most of you rap niggas got bitch ways. Quick to tell on you, get jammed down, couldn't sit down 5-6 days. Put him and him in a crossway, but a gang member on display. That's the same nigga with an AK on the block yelling out gunplay. That's the same nigga with a trap house and he been through it so he no pain. Look in the face of a realer, laws come questioning me on no names. Bitch, I really come from the trenches. Kathleen crashed out like road rage. Be done snapped that and got life in a pen cause most of you niggas got hoe ways.
The wind hums low, a hollow refrain through cracked window panes. It calls my name. The clock ticks slow. Its echo stays. Each moment drags, then slips away. Blue curtains are hiding all my pain. Blue curtains are dancing in the rain. Blue curtains keep the shine far away. Blue curtains won't let me escape. The walls close in, shadows stretch along. Night wears a mask where dreams don't. A bird once sang.
Number one.
Now silent it lies. The sky holds no stars, just clouded sighs.
Hold up.
The pain,
The prison, the grass.
eyes wide open,
Eyes wide open, yet I can't sleep. Blue,
are hiding
hiding all my pain. Hold up.
blue curtains are dancing in the rain.
In the rain.
Blue curtains keep the shine far away. Blue curtains
Blue curtain.
won't let me escape.
Won't let me escape.
Oh, if I could tear 'em down, let the light pour through. But they hang like chains, stitched with sorrow's hue. Every fold whispers secrets I can't.
Shout out to everybody on here from that 214. Shout out to everybody across the states. And hold up. Shout out to everybody across the pond. Salute. You're now rocking with your guy, RFD, a.k.a. Ray from Dallas. And I want to say welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Welcome. Welcome. And I'm going to let y'all know I thank y'all with everything in me for the support and everything across the globe. I just love this community so much, and y'all mean everything to me, right? So, before I continue, right, I love y'all so much. Can y'all please hit that like, share, subscribe button if y'all can, right? While I turn y'all up real quick. Man, I just want y'all to know I appreciate y'all for real, because it's just like Six Flags, boy. This community is like a roller coaster, and I was on a roller coaster and had to go through the ride, and man, this community made me make a way, and I appreciate y'all for that. The gaslighting has to stop. Keep that same energy. Blind when it's convenient, loud when it's not. Let's take this walk. Let's take this walk. Let's take this walk. Let's take this walk. Today I want to talk about something that is becoming more common every day, and that's selective memory. Not because people actually forgot, not because they don't know, but because sometimes people choose not to remember when remembering would force them to be honest. See, there's a difference between being uninformed and being unintentionally blind. We've reached a point where some people can watch the same event, hear the same statements, look at the same evidence, and somehow walk away with completely different standards depending on who is involved. Not because the facts change, not because the truth changed, but because their loyalty changed. That's a problem. Because when people only apply accountability to those they dislike while protecting those they support, they stop standing for principles and start standing for personalities. And that's where selective memory becomes dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute people are demanding answers, demanding transparency, demanding accountability. The next minute they're making excuses, changing the subject, or pretending they never saw what was right in front of them. The truth doesn't need your permission to exist. Facts don't become false because they're inconvenient. Reality doesn't disappear because somebody chooses to ignore it. And what's even more concerning is the gaslighting that often follows. People will tell you not to believe what you saw with your own eyes. They will tell you something didn't happen. And after everyone watched it happen, they'll rewrite the timeline, move the goalposts, and then act surprised when trust starts disappearing. The reason consistency matters is because credibility matters. If we're going to call out wrongdoing, we have to call it out across the board. If we're going to demand accountability, we have to demand it from everyone. If we're going to stand on principles, we can't abandon those principles when they're no longer convenient. Being objective isn't always easy. Sometimes the truth challenges your assumptions. Sometimes the facts don't support the narrative people prefer. Sometimes accountability lands on people we like. But maturity means accepting reality even when reality is uncomfortable. At the end of the day, the goal shouldn't be winning an argument. The goal should be finding the truth. Because when people stop seeking the truth and start protecting narratives, everybody loses. Stay consistent. Keep that same energy. Don't allow loyalty to blind you. Don't allow emotions to replace facts. And most importantly, don't let selective memory become an excuse to ignore reality. The truth is still the truth, whether people acknowledge it or not. I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to say that to everybody. Salute to all you beautiful people in here, right? Salute to y'all, right? Because, man, tonight, I had to do this, right? Because I had to, but I want to let y'all know, man, UFC Freedom 250 come on tonight, and it's at the White House. Oh, my God. Oh, my. If you're watching UFC tonight, watch UFC. Tell person one if you're watching it. Man, you got Ilya Tapor versus Justin Gaethje. You got Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane for the interim heavyweight championship. You got Sean O'Malley versus that I can't think of his name, but he's from Canada. You got Derek Lewis versus he called himself the Incredible Hulk, Joshua Holcutt. Man, oh my. Right, and I've been waiting for this for a long time because this is monumental, right? You know, this is an event that's going to get did in front of the White House, right? And when I say monumental, I mean like monumental, like how the goats, right, brought down corruption. So I want everybody to know this. This is going to be my last time speaking on this, right? It's going to be my last time speaking on this because I have to, right? I was just sitting in the corner, sitting on a tricycle, girl getting on my nerves. If y'all ever seen Will Smith, that's a song they did on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He said, going out of my mind, thought she was fine, don't know if her body is hers. All right? So I say, hopefully this is my last time speaking on this situation, right? Because one thing I do is I love this community. I promise y'all that. And when I had my faults in this community, which you ain't got to lie to me, just be a man about it. I was a man about it. And I love all y'all too. I was a man about it, right? I was a man about it. You know how the ghost said he was going on a whore tour? Shit, I went on an apologetic tour. Real talk. And it wasn't doing it. I did it because that was the right thing to do. And that's what I needed to do. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody because I'm not trying to have no smoke with nobody because I know fighting injustice and knocking down corruption is bigger than anything. I understand that. And man, one thing about hard work and dedication, when you make a mistake and you reckless like I was, it's like, you got to climb up Mount Everest, right? To get back there because you made a mistake, you're going to fall all the way to the ground and you got to crawl your way back up. That's your punishment. And I needed to do that, right? I needed to get ridiculed like I did. I needed that. That had to happen to me, right? Because one thing I understand, it's community over everything, whether right, wrong, or indifference. I made that mistake. So I needed to get hit with that baseball bat, right? If you was like Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, that's what type of hit I need to get, and I got it. And it was felt, and it was well deserving, right? Because I was reckless to Red House Media, and I apologize to the owner, Danny, of Red House Media, Troy, his wife, and everybody else that's a part of it. I was wrong. I shouldn't have did what I did. So I had to reinvent and accept that, right? And that's exactly what I did. Exactly what I did, right? Was it tough days? Yeah. Right? Of course it was. And fake the front with you beautiful people. But guess what though? I ain't got no I can't or I quit in my vocabulary. Cause like one of my favorite songs by Gar Brooks, and the thunder rolls, hold up, and the lightning strikes, another day goes cold on a stormy night. Hold up. Man, stop playing with me. So I understood that. Right? I truly did. And that's what I say. You ain't got to lie to me. Just be a man about it. And I did that. And I did it in graces. I did it going through everything I had to get through because people was pissed the fuck off of me. They had every reason to. Speaking of nothing, I'm talking about me. And shout out to everybody that's in the building. Right? We already went over the beautiful Jessica Machado, right? So I'm not going to go over that no more, right? Because like I said, I made my mistake by doing, saying, and letting my ego get before the community with Red House, and I had to humbly accept everything that came to me, and I did that. And that's why I had to, say everything I had to say, but I have no problems because I'm not. One thing about me, y'all, look, if anybody been watching, when all that was going on, I never put my 2 cents in it. I didn't. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Please hit that like button, please, sir. Because I don't get in community business, right? It wasn't none of my business. Was I watching? Yeah, I was watching everything. Did I ever put my 2 cents into that? No, because that's community business, right? I'm just talking about me from what I went through, right? And I understand this community means everything to me, and I want taking no sides, and still ain't taking no sides. I ain't doing it. Who shout out to the general in the building? Shout out to everybody that's here, though. I love all y'all. I just so happen to look down here, seeing the general. I want y'all to understand that. Damn, so look, I'm gonna make this as brief as I can. I got brought into a situation, and like I said, I got no problems with Jessica Machado, but she did bring me back in to this situation for nothing. I forgive her. I said what I had to say. Have no problems with it. I don't need her to apologize or nothing. I don't need that. But the truth is, I got brought into another situation, and it was very uncomfortable, by her. Right, but I got no problem with her. Let y'all know that I don't. Because I'm done with this. I said what I had to say. And I just, like I stated, this community means so much to me. And that's the reason, when I made the reckless mistake I made, I had to do everything to get this community trust back. And when she did that, there's no need to harp on. She hurt my feelings, right? And that's fine. She hurt my feelings because we had grew back, right? And everything was good. And let me show y'all what I'm talking about, because I thought everything was good. I didn't even know this before the interview, and this ain't nothing to just Machado. I want to let y'all see this.
I thought Ray loved you. So funny, but like, I popped into Ray's chat yesterday, and I was like, Ray, I put you up high on my Horizon social chart, and he went off. He was like, Jess Machado's in the house, the beautiful, gorgeous Jess Machado. The chat was going crazy. Like, all of his mods were like, oh, we love you, Jess. The bunnies, the heart emojis. And I was like, there's no hate here. I'm okay. So if tomorrow he's hosting Lindsay, and it's like a hate fest on me, I'm okay with it. Hockey Casey is saying Turtle Boy put Lindsay up to this because Ray.
Oh, she said she was okay with it. And when she popped in my thing, she said she put me on the horizon, so I was happy, but that was before the interview, right? So I just show you how happy I was then. That other clip, I'm gonna have the other clip is there when she put me back on the wall, but everybody knows when she put me back on the wall. But she said she was okay with it, and when you see what she said when she put me on there, how excited I was. And like I say, look, I'm just getting to it like this because I got no problems with the Jess Machado. It hurt my feelings. And putting me in a situation with throwing my name out there, like when I was coming in there, that was the frustration and hurt, right? So, y'all seen me do the video about it, and I was like, ocean moons, whoopty-woo, whoopty-woo. Then Ocean came in, and, I was explaining to myself, being hurt. It wasn't, on their video I seen, Right. And so I was being so mean. And that hurt my feelings. I was being so mean. Because I was frustrated that my name got brought back up in this situation. And they said they didn't see it, when I know in the chats they were there. And after the fact, they were there. I seen it all, but that's okay. And I was just expressing the frustration of me being hurt, not attacking them. Right? To let them know, like, oh, yeah, what about me? And when I'm listening to their show, they was saying that I was stirring the chat up. I said respectfully, excuse me. I was coming off what y'all was saying, and I was speaking on the situation. I wasn't trying to be unprofessional because everybody else in the chat, I didn't know because of having the blue mod thing that meant, I wasn't being disrespectful or none of that in my intentions. I didn't know that, Moons felt like, having the blue mod thing that you couldn't speak your mind. I didn't know. I didn't know. I truly didn't know that she felt like that. And that was not my intentions. I was just like, y'all know what just happened. And I don't, and to be fair, I'm like, do they know what happened? Right? Because they said that I played something that was from December of last year. That's not true. That's not true, ladies. And I would never be manipulative to stir up something and bring something that was said in December 6-7 months ago. Why would I do that? That would be ignorant of me. It'll make me look like a fool. It'll make me look crazy. And it'll make me look like I'm a problem. Right? No, ladies, that wasn't it. This happened like 3 or 4 days ago, ladies. And I was in the chat and just said this.
I'm glad Ray for Dallas is here. I never said a bad word about Ray. He's not my cup of tea, and I'm on record saying I wasn't even sure he was a real person. I mean, if you're on a show and it's anonymous and you don't even live here and I don't know anybody that knows you, I am definitely on record saying, is he a real person? Could he be Jimmy? Like, I didn't know, but I didn't say a bad word about Ray. Until Ray platformed Jen Altman on his show and Lindsay Gattani in the same week to go after me and say mean shit to me. And by the way, I didn't even go that hard at Ray. I just made it fucking clear that I didn't appreciate that. If people want to talk shit, let them start their own channels and their own platforms. And we're going to get to it on why I 100% maintain that is how it should be. Start your own channel. I will tell you, there is something about when Ray for Dallas would come into my chats, and he has this way of, he's doing it right now. He's elevating everybody. I actually really liked that. He didn't come in and start talking about his shit. As a content creator, he would just come in and hype up people, say good morning to people. I really loved that. Until he let Lindsay Gattani go on there and call me fucking fat cunt. Until he put fucking Jen Altman on there, and she would fucking squawk for 45 minutes about me in the middle of the day. And then I'm sorry, but I can't say I like Ray for Dallas because why the fuck do you do that, dog? Why'd you do that? I liked you. And by the way, I liked your fans. I liked your mods. They were great. But you fucking platform people that were so mean to me. So what the fuck am I supposed to do? Fucking ignore it? So
Okay, so ladies, if there's any confusion, right, and this is all respectful, because like I said, I was angry at you guys. I was talking so no, I was frustrated, and it would never like that. So y'all heard that? That's me being in the chat, ladies, over there doing what I'm doing, right? And then just all of a sudden out of nowhere. That. And I was explaining to y'all, y'all didn't see it, so obviously, hey, I apologize if y'all didn't see it, right? But do you see now why it was so frustrating? That's why I truly don't like, that's why I don't have nothing but a couple of people I talk to off of her. When I say a couple, I mean a couple, right? And that's why this title is, the gaslighting has to stop. Keep the same energy, blind when it's convenient, loud when it's not, right? Because they was having a situation, Jess and Baker, right? That was in-house. It wasn't none of my business. I never spoke on it until this, where I had to say, why did my name get brought up during that, when I have did everything to show, it's nothing wrong. I showed everything, right? And I never spoke on it. I'm gonna play this. It's gonna be on speaker though, y'all. I want to play a little bit because, wow, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe, that here we go again. I'm made to look like that guy. And the angry black man, and because it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair, and I know life ain't fair, but right is right and wrong is wrong. One second, y'all.
This to Ocean if you want to. Last week and the week before, I think, were difficult for a variety of reasons, but we've now completed 4 weeks on our channel, and I felt like you and I were in a place where we needed to come together and have sort of like a business meeting type discussion about some feedback that we've received. And one of my feedbacks for Ocean was that I felt like our phone conversations were still really great, but they weren't, the episodes on the channel weren't reflecting our phone conversations. So I think what we're doing here now is, like sitting here with a mic, but not on camera, to see if we can maybe move more of our really great phone conversations to our channel. Does that make sense? Am I making any sense?
Yeah, and one of the things you said is you thought I was holding back, which is fun. Don't do it with somebody else.
When I was giving you that little bit of criticism that I kind of felt like you were holding.
Do that, because it's hard to, analyze yourself. I would say more positives than negatives. I've never done it by myself, but you can run ideas by each other and both get, prepare, have strengths in different areas, and give each other feedback. I don't know how many people who do it by themselves do that, because it's hard to, analyze yourself or check yourself out or see if you're still doing what you set out to do. Right? Right.
And they say it's hard to analyze yourself or check yourself out because you're still trying to, and I agree on that, right? Strong words. And I agree.
Yep. Yeah. And I think when I was giving you that little bit of criticism that I kind of felt like you were holding back, I don't know if it's maybe like the camera, like
I've deleted something you would just pin you don't think should be there.
I think the chat is definitely a lifeline.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Trying to
so
get to it, y'all.
maybe we're just
We're
old
experimenting.
and we just need to practice.
We're experimenting. I don't feel like that at all. I feel like we demand more of ourselves and we really don't even know why we should be doing that because we don't know exactly. I don't think that they're not the issue.
I think that's relax.
Care what other people think. I feel like we do care. We care about each other, that's for sure. We care about like what's gonna work for you.
Mhm.
Okay, hold on to your seat because it's pretty shocking. So I'd say it's been less than an hour that we've talked, right? And it was supposed to be 15 minutes and I would come back and it took a little longer because I found out that the neighbor directly across the street from me was swatted today. And this is no lie. Yes. Yep. And his address is incredibly close to mine. And 4 police cars rolled up, and this guy who is an older guy who lives there with his wife was out in the yard, and he's lived here his whole life, and he was talking to the cop. He thought, what the hell's going on? I don't know what's going on. And the cops were like dead serious, and he was like kind of joking around with them. And
I'm gonna get to where they get to
that
me,
incident,
y'all.
not them. Would that ever? The victim was wounds in me, and he said that directly across the street.
Like it could be a coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to where they're talking about, man.
Just crazy.
Do you want me to speak to what happened in the chat with one of our mods during our last live and what has...
Okay, y'all, now this is when the ladies get to me. Here we go, buckle up.
resulted after that?
Yeah, you can talk about whatever you want. I mean, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we kind of talked about it on the phone today, but I'll just, I know you like my term high level. I can talk about it on a high level.
Mhm.
But basically there was a conflict in the chat during our last live with one of our mods who also has a YouTube channel, Ray from Dallas. I was shown to be emotional on the live because I got multiple messages from people who were checking in on me. I did say it was pissing me off, and it was, but I wasn't pissed off at anyone in particular. And it definitely, I'll just say this. So, when I'm a mod on someone's channel, Jess has even joked around about, or Jess's audience has joked around about.
Okay, so Moon say it was pissing her off. She said she got messages saying that she was emotional by my comments that I was saying. I mean, it was a lot of other people saying comments. I wasn't saying nothing vigorous, right? And she said when being a mod, that's what I was speaking with y'all about earlier. So let's go.
Me being a mod on her channel, and I have always said I respectfully decline because I take it seriously in that I try not to participate in conversations. I definitely try and participate in modding, which is, watching the conversations that are happening, keeping an eye out for certain things, giving people warnings and yada, yada, yada. I find that when you have this blue name and you have a wrench and maybe a shield now on some versions, that gives people like a certain degree of I don't know, if it's an empowerment feeling or they're...
Oh wow. Empowerment? Moons, I promise I never thought or felt to try to be, feel like it was empowerment. I'm not sure what you were saying, if you were directing it at me or not, but never that I've never did that Um, I didn't know that it was a rule, like an uncanny rule, like if you have a blue mark, you can't participate in the conversation. I've never heard that, right? And I say respectfully, we didn't huddle up and talk about the way the mod is supposed to do. So I'm huh? And it's because when I'm in the chat, I never just, like spoke up, but I see, other mods, don't need to speak now in particular, speaking and having their opinion on something. So I'm just a little lost because like, what did I do so like horrifying? That is like trying to put bad character on my name, right? Because in the chat I see it all the time, and that is not fair. That is not fair. Like we didn't huddle up and say how the mod duties are supposed to be, and you say you use an example of just asking you to be a mod, and you said no because I didn't know. I didn't know, and it was no meeting or nothing. And I'm like, wow, where did this come from? Because I be in chats all the time, everybody's. And I see blue markers, even y'all's, expressing their opinion, saying how they feel when they're adamant on it. And with the situation that I was talking about, I didn't know. Let's continue.
Better or higher, I don't know. But I tend to take the role, the responsibility seriously. And when Ocean and I were discussing this for our channel, I think I made that very clear to Ocean, and she made, certain things about the role clear to me. We decided our mods would be, certain people based on certain things, and we sort of move forward with that.
So y'all talked about it, and y'all said certain people on certain people on certain things. What did y'all say? And I'm just trying to understand.
When Ocean and I were discussing this for our channel, I think I made that very clear to Ocean, and she made, certain things about the role clear to me. We decided our mods would be, certain people based on certain things, and we sort of move forward with that.
Certain people on certain things. I don't know how to answer that, right? I don't know what the certain people on certain things mean, because I'm never ruled in a group unless I'm I don't certain things, certain people on certain I don't understand because I have I did take it seriously over there. I did make sure that I was handling the mod duty. Right? I didn't know it was a certain way or I couldn't say something. There wasn't nothing antagonizing, but let's continue.
There's also a certain respect that I have for other creators. If you are a creator, you have a YouTube channel. For me, I hold you to a much higher standard. I don't know why. That's just how I am. I don't like take this role. I just feel like you should have a certain like sense about yourself when you're broadcasting what you're saying to the public. And maybe I'm in the wrong. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't put people on such a pedestal if they have their own channel.
I didn't know. I didn't know. If you have a channel, you're on a pedestal. I didn't know that because I respect everybody's chats. But in my chat, I tell everybody, hey, say what the hell you want to say, and you can have a difference of opinion as long as it's not malicious, right? So, I didn't know. I don't think I said things that were malicious that were, like on y'all chat to where I was. Let's continue.
I don't know.
Well, so all
that. Go ahead.
No, you go. I want you.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think we've seen in the past week that we've been disappointed, we've been surprised that people have not shown any loyalty to each other and have turned on a dime to attack people. And, I think that we get this false sense of security because we followed people for a while and we've seen them have what we think is a pretty good relationship. We see them in pictures with each other. We see them positively talk about each other. And so when that turns immediately and it goes on the attack, it's hard to absorb it all. And I know that people in chats have had hard times with that. But on the other hand, you see some people just jumping right in there with both feet and, the chatting and really adding to the whole shitstorm that we see. So see, I don't hold them to a higher standard or expect anything from anybody. Maybe if you're Megyn Kelly or somebody like that, like maybe if you're the lawyer or, Emily D. Baker or somebody like that, with those people are professionals in doing this, they're, I guess maybe for the...
So you got to be Megyn Kelly, the lawyer or Emily D. Baker. I'm trying to figure out what that means. And like when I'm listening to this, I'm like, huh? Like, just cut the knife deeper. And I'm like, what? Like, so who am I? Or who is anybody else?
Rest of us who are out here just making our way through YouTube. I don't know. I think I've learned that they put on their pants one leg at a time like everybody else, I guess is what I'll say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you. So during our last live, was it Friday? Thursday, because we took off Friday. There was some topic happening between Ocean and I, and there was a unrelated but related, I guess, topic in the chat that was being discussed. And it was Ray, my interpretation was that Ray brought his grievances with Jess into our chat for...
Oh, wow. Now, that's what's up. When she said, I brought my grievances to their chat about Jess. That sucked. Because the name of that show was Enough is Enough. And in that show, they started the conversation of that. I didn't. They started the conversation on the situation that had been going on. And they were saying enough is enough, meaning for Jess. And they could feel how they feel, but I'm like, so y'all didn't hear how I just got beat with a stick and brought in for nothing? She said I brought my grievances in there. And they say that their show is open and topics are to be talked about. They speak on the issues. And, you know, it's over with. When I got sucker punched, I got brought into something that I had nothing to do with. And it hurt, right? To hear her say, I brought my grievances to their chat when they had the stuff up there, enough is enough. And I was just saying, you know, what about me? But because I got brought into the mix for absolutely nothing. But I'm getting, you know, blamed for the entire situation of that. And this is why it hurt. Because it's videos of me telling everybody to chill. It's okay, she said that. It's okay, she said that. I was sitting there by the chill, it's all right. Until something else happened. And then I had to speak on it. But, I brought my grievances when I was making videos of telling everybody, everybody chill. I was telling everybody to chill. Not just because my name got brought in it, just to just chill. Like, just not pour gasoline on the fire. Let's continue.
I don't know, discussion. And I think the expectation was that we needed to discuss it, Ocean and I, or we needed to address it. And I told Ray he needs to reach out to Jess. If there's something, a conflict, a problem between the two of them, he needs to reach out to her. At the time, go ahead, yeah.
Keep going, at the time.
Yeah, at the time, I had no idea what was going on. It seemed like maybe there was a live, like he did a live that morning. I'm not really sure. Or she said something the day before. I'm not really sure, but something was going on and I was completely unaware. Is that right, Ocean?
So what I'm going to say is, the other thing is when you do a channel with somebody else, we do it together. That does not mean that we watch the same content or that we've talked about every possible thing that might happen because we have no idea what might happen. But we did have a topic that we wanted to address on that live, which was the recordings that Jess had found about the Proctor conversation in J7. And I knew that Ray was upset because I had been in the chat that afternoon or that morning, but I was only there for part of it. And I didn't hear like exactly what it was. And then there was something else that was mentioned that had happened like earlier in the week. And I had no idea what that was. And while I was in the chat, people were asking me like, stuff about Jess, and when I responded, which basically was like, of course I have Ray's back, but I don't know exactly what's going on. But whatever I answered was to somebody's question before that, and all I know is like that answer that I gave got assigned to a different question, and then everything got turned around in there, and so I just left because I thought this is crazy. Like I'm in there all the time, and I talk to these people who I feel are my friends, as you do in a chat, people that you see all the time. So when he came on. And the other thing about the chats is I don't see all the chats. Like it's impossible to see them all. And so you catch bits and pieces of them. I knew that he was pissed because somebody must have said something in the chat to him. I don't know what it was, but I did delete 2 comments. I don't even know who made them or whatever, but I saw they were negative and addressed to him. And I consider Ray a friend. Like I really do. Like I get him. Like I thought I got him and that we, believed in all the same stuff as far as Turtle Boy and justice and, his dreams about trials and even his dreams like about other things. I always thought it was a very peaceful place. I think the tide turned after the whole visit to Dollywood. Like, I don't know the specifics of anything.
Dollywood? I ain't go to Dollywood. I don't even know what Dollywood is, but what I seen. Now, I ain't had that experience. Everything changed since Dollywood. Change after the change with me. I wasn't even in it. I didn't make no comment. Even when I was doing my live, I would tell people I ain't in it. It's receipts now. All right, let's continue.
But if I was going to pinpoint the time, I'd say it was around that time. I'm not sure exactly what happened. He had a grievance. I asked him if he wanted to link because in my mind, you know, he would tell us what it was, and we would say, well, you know, maybe the best way to, you know, I don't know. I don't even know what I expected.
So, I was just talking about on the show when she said, "Do she want to give me a link to come up there and talk about it?" But let's go back to Moon. She said, "I need to talk to Jess." Jess had just made the comment, and then y'all show Jess had just made the comment. Talk to Jess. So this one I'm lost at. Because now we talk to who was talking to who before they do their video. So it's a thing that's out there where we talking to. Hold up. It's I was upset in the chat. I was speaking comments. I wasn't being cruel. I was He said he wanted to give me a link to come up there when I talked about it earlier on the video. And then it wasn't even no problems then. And this is what I don't understand. Y'all say talk behind the doors. Ocean, you just said you want to give me a link to come up there. I'm just lost. Because Moon sent me a grievance. Talk to Jess, and then you say you want me to link to come up there and talk. Oh wait. See, me listening to this it's just it sucks for me. Right? Because whether I did anything or not, a lot of people gonna believe I did something. They make a thumbnail say enough is enough, and they start talking about it. So we get so a blue check gets stripped of what they could say in there when my name just came out the reason that I thought y'all was the reasonable channels to talk about that. Y'all just missed that. Y'all missed that? Y'all didn't see that? So when I got sucker punched like that, which I'm over it. But y'all didn't see that? Y'all didn't see how I just got through back right in the middle of it for nothing? And y'all say I started the grievance. I brought in the grievance and incited something. Ugh.
But I asked him if he wanted the link, and he left. And that's fine.
Yeah, you were ready to facilitate whatever this was.
Right.
Yeah.
You hear Moon say ready to facilitate. I thought you like to talk behind the scenes. Moon, I'm confused. I'm confused. This is very hurtful to her. Like when you hear her say one thing, then another. No problem with him. I just don't understand. Facilitate? Is we playing basketball? I thought.
And you felt like you had unanswered questions from the earlier live, right?
Yeah. Like I knew there was something, I didn't know what it was. And I also knew
right.
The house was on fire as far as attacking Jess.
The earlier live was telling people to chill. So I'm okay. I'm a big boy. If she felt like that, I can't tell just how she felt. That's what the earlier live was about. That was me telling people to chill. Y'all can't tell her how she felt. That me telling her I'm feeling bad for what's going on. So it's confusing to me. And I heard Moon say, oh, you had some earlier questions about what had happened. You're trying to facilitate. I was telling everybody to stop, leave her alone. I'm okay. Who wrote for me? I was telling them to chill. I wasn't angry. I wasn't upset. I was crying out to them to tell them to please chill. That's what the earlier live was about. So Ocean, you said I was angry. So it'll be like more angry at my people, right? Who ride for me, who was ready to go. So if you're gonna say I was angry, that'll be towards my people, which I wasn't angry at them, but it would be towards them, me telling them to stop and leave it alone. It's okay, I'm okay. I'm a big boy. I didn't speak of nothing in that first live. I was saying I'm all right. But hey, y'all, I was telling people y'all can't help how she felt. Right? If she felt how she felt, whoop-de-whoop, I'm a big boy, I could take it. So, Ocean, when you say I was angry in the live I had did earlier that day, show me the proof. Show me the proof. I was telling everybody who was mad for me, because on the inside, yeah, I was, it hurt. Because, I just got threw out there like a pinata and just got busted open for nothing. But me knowing that, hey, don't do it. Chill. Calm everybody down. De-escalation. That's what I did on that live. I was telling my people to stop. So when you say I was angry in the live I did earlier, who was the anger towards? Was it towards Jess? Or was it towards my people? I wasn't angry at nobody. But if you're going to say the anger, the ferociousness, the hey, y'all, please stop begging them. That was the people who had my back. Shout out to Pretty Cookie Ray. And then, Moons, you say facilitate. Facilitate what? From that first live I did. Telling everybody I'm okay. To stop. We got to think about her feelings. Oh my.
And I don't even think we had gotten to the recordings yet. I'm not sure. I feel like it happened pretty soon after we came on, but I'm not positive.
You're right. Yeah, we hadn't.
Fast.
Right. Yeah, we hadn't even played the recordings at that point, to the best of my knowledge.
Right. I don't think we had. And I asked him if he wanted to come up without asking you, because honestly, I just felt like I knew him well enough to know that he would be respectful and just talk. And I don't know exactly what happened in the chat, but he definitely got pissed at somebody in the chat. And so I think that's going back to your whole mod thing about if you're a mod, you do certain things.
I got pissed at somebody in the chat. You say if you're a mod, you do certain things. Excuse me? Excuse me, Ocean? What do you mean I was pissed off? That is. And you say, do certain things. What does that mean? That's offending. The way it sounds, that's offending. But okay.
Yeah. And so what happened next was.
So I left that conversation like I voiced my opinion. I was upset with what I was seeing.
Shout out to the beautiful she like Texas. Everybody else, everybody that's in her.
He was participating in whatever was going on in the chat. And it was unrelated to what we were talking about at the time. And it just felt like he had a personal grievance that he wanted addressed. And I told him, please reach out to Jess directly if it's involving her. I didn't think it was involving me. I don't even think if I told him this, but I mean, I think I've DM'd him before. He knows how to contact me if this had anything to do with me. And he left.
I do remember one
that. Go ahead.
He said, what about me? What about me? I think that's when I said, come up, talk. I sent him a link because I remember him saying, what about me? Sorry.
No, that's good. And again, like, I was like, what about Ray? What is going on? I had been on his channel. I purchased a membership. He was very supportive of you and the channel. And
what about Ray? What is it? I've been on his channel, supportive membership. What about me? Y'all brought up the title was enough is enough of everything that was going on. And I was talking about what about me for getting brought into that shit for absolutely nothing. Y'all talking about it. Y'all put that up, enough is enough. So that set the temperature right there. Whether you say it eloquently or ferociously, words could cut any type of way. Enough is enough. And y'all came in there talking about it. So it was discussing. But now I'm hearing Mop supposed to act a certain type of way and we supposed to do certain things. Like we never huddled up. I didn't know there was no unwritten rule. You couldn't ask a question or be like that. There was no divisiveness. None of that. Oh my.
we were going through all that we were going through with Valerie.
Mhm.
We reacted to at least one of his streams. We gave him, support. And I don't speak for the bunny community, but I can tell you that our bunny community is probably one of the ones that he'd appreciate support from, because I think.
Okay. And you're right. Right? Because I always liked the Jesse Machado in that community right there, right? But what do you mean by that, right? Let me rewind that.
We reacted to at least one of his streams. We gave him, support, and I don't speak for the bunny community, but I can tell you that our bunny community is probably one of the ones.
You reacted to one of my streams about Valerie, right? Right? Who was that in support of? Moons. It was in support of Ocean, right? Do you understand what you just said, Moons? You said y'all reacted to one of my streams, and one of my streams was about, I don't care what happened. This is where we at now. Let's move on. I got no problem with nobody. No matter what it was about. Because guess what? I didn't give a shit. I pumped the brakes on it. So guess why? It wouldn't be another situation. You speak on that stream, and that stream was that I received a text message, right? No matter what it was about. I didn't spread it. I didn't put it out there. I didn't do nothing. I got on the video and stopped the smoke before the fire lit. And you tell me you do a stream about it? Like, to cover that, like you doing me a favor when I put the fire out? But before it set off? That's us. Oh my, now see, that hurt. Right. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because I don't do stuff by putting out text messages. I don't get messy or whatever. I don't do none of that. That's not in me. I don't care what other people do. That's just something I don't do. Right? And they were so happy, when I put the fire out. That's so disingenuous. And I don't even want to get into it. I'm going to just let you know. It's so disingenuous, right? They was happy about the stream I did to put the fire out before it set off, to bring up another situation that I said, stop. I ain't caring about it. Let's move on. Community. And don't want to offend the bunny community. What did I do? Hold up, listen. Ocean. I mean, not Ocean. Moons. Moons. Shout out to free_Ricky_Bay. Yeah, free Ricky. Free Richard Allen. No. Moons. I'm pretty sure you've seen the messages, which is neither here or there, because I would never put that out. Right? I wouldn't. I'm talking about me. I wouldn't do that. Never talked about it. Right? And you say streaming me, putting out the fire is doing me a favor? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Moons. You know how that could have escalated? And not you or Ocean, I shut it down immediately. So that's so disingenuous, Moons. Let's continue.
That he'd appreciate support from, because I think we have a history of not supporting him, and he's well aware of that. I was listening to multiple of his streams, even on replay, and hearing some really great things about just, life lessons and taking accountability and apologizing and making mistakes, and talking specifically as a content creator. So it was like things that I could learn for myself. I was shocked when things changed. So that night, a live occurred, and I think right. I think Ocean texted me and told me, and I was in the mindset of getting ready for bed.
So you said so apologetic, being a better content creator, being a better person. Everybody supposed to do that, Moons. Everybody do. Moons. Everybody do. You single-handedly point at me because I said that is supposed to be a trait that everybody walk by every day. Right? So being a better person, when I put the smoke out before the fire escalated, which it really could have, you telling me that's not me showing character? That's not being a better person, right? Off what I received, and I think I have to let it go, and I just let it go? Truly and honestly let it go? That's not being a better person? Are you kidding me, Moons? So in this, what is your angle you trying to make me out to be when I don't understand how you trying to, you saying how I was being graceful. So that right there happened 3-4 weeks ago, right? And I shut it down before it, because a person who is spiteful would have ignited that. A person who is selfless would ignite what I got. A person who has character and is humble and willing to forgive and forget and move on would have did exactly what I did. And for you to say that, Moons, what are you trying to say about me that I didn't show? Clear cut, no debating.
Ending my day, getting ready for my next work day, because I had work the next morning. I don't even know what I was listening to or watching at the time, but she texted me, and I think maybe even someone in the chat had said that he had scheduled a live with Jess's face on the thumbnail. And I put, all this information together, and I was like, okay, this is not good for Jess, I'm assuming, right? And I think maybe Ocean had kind of given me some information, like maybe he was shitting on us or something like that. And I immediately reacted to her text message because I remember how I left the.
No, you saying shitting on you. That's harsh, right? Shitting on you. That's harsh words to use. Especially knowing who you're using them words about. Me, saying I was shitting on you guys. Really? Saying that I'm hurt and I was disappointed. Same words I see y'all use verbally, how y'all be disappointed and y'all say names. That's shitting on you guys? Oh my. Oh wait. This hurt my feelings, y'all. Because like I said, since that situation happened, I have tried to be the standard of staying out the way. Right? And I got doing something for absolutely nothing. And now look, it's making me look like I'm the guy who's trying to enrage everything again. Just messed up.
The encounter on our live, which was, if you have something, you need to speak to Jess about, go to her directly. And here I was learning that he was now doing.
Go to her directly. When you said you wanted Ocean to facilitate something that she said I was angry about. I wasn't angry about nothing in the first video I did. I was telling my people to stop. But you want me to? I don't get it.
The live stream on Jess. When Ocean told me that he was talking about us, I was very disappointed because I knew right then and there, either I made him mad or there were other things that he was addressing on his live that involved me. And I know for a fact he's.
Either I made him mad. I was disappointed because it seemed like I was thinking it's selective memory to see how I just got rolled into this situation for nothing. So I was disappointed. I didn't say anything harsh on your chat to you. Talking about I was mad. That is a strong word to use. Mad. I was angry. There you go again. Yeah. Put me right into the mix. It sucked, y'all.
Never reached out to me about anything. I was upset because obviously, like I said, he didn't take my advice. But I just tried to, ignore it for the time being because I was getting ready for bed, trying to go to sleep. I didn't want to stay up 2 more hours and then be angry. So it carried into the next day. I did not talk to you in the morning. And I'm not stupid, I knew this wasn't good. This was going to have to be something
wasn't good. I was disappointed. I didn't. Because I was disappointed and said y'all hurt my feelings. What wasn't good what I said? I was disappointed that y'all hurt my feelings. because I got through in this situation for nothing. I have did nothing but been so gracious and humble, right? You know, working my way back into this. I never was gone, but just fixing everything, making it right. And then once again, because I said, what about me? Like how I just got thrown in the mix for nothing. She said she woke up like mad and it boiled over to the next day because I said that my feelings was hurt. Because once again, in a big situation, when I did absolutely nothing, I get thrown into it. And y'all said y'all didn't know what was going on.
Faced or dealt with. And I didn't know how it ended, and I didn't know how you were feeling. And so I just kind of left it at that. And I'll also admit, you know, that stream also brought some different messages in my inbox, which were criticism of us and our channel. And so all of it combined was just shit that you have to work through, you know?
It brought criticism to your channel. It's the life we live in as being content creators, right? Right? I got the right to say I was disappointed and my feelings was hurt because I got through in this mix, and when I'm asking y'all what about me, y'all just like, oh, we don't know what's going on. Do y'all know what happened now? I should be talking about. It's other things that should be covered. And knowing that perception is perception. And making through in the mix, I shouldn't even.
I chose not to watch it for a variety of reasons, but I did go into the transcript and read the words where he says my name. And I tried to, you know, make sure that I understood context, like read what was said before my name. And I sent him a DM in reply to every instance of my name and sent it. We did take his mod responsibilities away. I mean, it sounds like a freaking child, but like turn off the mod feature for until we figure out what's going on. So
yeah. It's now I feel like I'm gonna cry. That's crazy.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Yeah. Well, it was. I just looked at what time.
I was just say she wanna cry. Really? Really?
It was 1:40 a.m. when I texted you or something like that. It was close to that.
It was 1:40 your time?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Really,
so yeah, almost 1 a.m. my time, which is like my maximum for.
I mean,
like
I
staying
didn't
up
want
late.
to, I did because I was like, wow, Ray is going off about us. And I was fucking shocked. I really was. Because I just was not expecting it. I was not. He felt like we did not have his back. But, and I don't know, not.
Well, you say I felt like it. I did. I do. Right? Because keeping it honest all across the boards is keeping that same energy. And y'all don't speak on that same energy, especially when it came to me getting through into this. There's no way that y'all two could say that I didn't have y'all back, especially Ocean. Right? No way y'all could say that. It ain't no proof in the pudding that's out there. It's just frustrating, right? Knowing like that I'm steady getting made to look this way. But the reality of it is, y'all know I'm not that way, and y'all, and Ocean definitely, because I don't need to talk. I put a video out to stop it, and this the things I get to get this perception put on me, and to make it look like that again. This sucks, man.
Because he said, what about me? And then he felt like we didn't have his back when I had asked him to come up. And you had said, you got to figure this out with Jess. Now, I don't know how any of that, obviously, you don't know how somebody's going to react to something, but he was very upset. And it was, So, I was listening to it, and I couldn't believe it. And I could see the chat, and I couldn't believe it. And then I heard him saying, I know you're watching about me. And I thought, well, I don't know what you want me to do. So I did try, I think I said something like, I'm going to send you a DM, can we talk? And, somebody in the chat said, that's a good idea. And I don't know, he ended up flipping out about that. And I was also a mod on his channel. And so.
Flipping out. Almost. Them strong words to use, flipping out. Cool, man. Flipping out. Because I said I was disappointed and y'all hurt my feelings. With the selective memory of knowing what happened to me that day. And okay, y'all saying y'all don't know. What about now?
I never saw this happen before, but if you're a mod, it can just like poof, change, which happened. And then he announced that he had done that and said that he didn't want to mod for us anymore. And I still reached out to him because, I try and look at things from other people's perspectives. I've tried to see, what did we do? I've tried to say, how he's feeling about something that I still don't know exactly what happened, because I know that the recording that he was playing on that day was from December of 2025. Because
she said she know that the recording I was playing from that day was on December of 2025. That recording was 3 or 4 days ago. She said she know for a fact. Let's listen to that recording.
I'm glad Ray for Dallas is here. I never said a bad word about Ray. He's not my cup of tea, and I'm on record saying I wasn't even sure he was a real person. I mean, if you're on a show and it's anonymous and you don't even live here and I don't know anybody that knows you, I am definitely on record saying, is he a real person? Could he be Jimmy? Like, I didn't know, but I didn't say a bad word about Ray. Until Ray platformed Jen Altman on his show and Lindsay Gattani in the same week to go after me and say mean shit to me. And by the way, I didn't even go that hard at Ray. I just made it fucking clear that I didn't appreciate that. If people want to talk shit, let them start their own channels and their own platforms, and we're going to get to it on why I 100% maintain that is how it should be. Start your own channel. I will tell you, there is something about when Ray for Dallas would come into my chats, and he has this way of, he's doing it right now. He's elevating everybody. I actually really liked that. He didn't come in and start talking about his shit. As a content creator, he would just come in and hype up people, say good morning to people. I really loved that. Until he let Lindsay Gattani go on there and call me fucking fat cunt. Until he put fucking Jen Altman on there, and she would fucking squawk for 45 minutes about me in the middle of the day. And then I'm sorry, but I can't say I like Ray for Dallas, because why the fuck did you do that, dog? Why'd you do that? I liked you. And by the way, I liked your fans. I liked your mods. They were great. But you fucking platform people that were so mean to me. So what the fuck am I supposed to do? Fucking ignore it?
So, in the situation she was in, Moons and Ocean, since y'all didn't hear this, I'm just there doing the regular thing, like, and doing all the other stuff. And get singled out. What you doing like that, dog? And I ain't said, oh, what's this right here?
About this Ray for Dallas interview with Jen Altman at 1 o'clock today. I really can't wrap my brain around this, that it's a couple days before Christmas and a woman wants to get interviewed with the sole purpose of talking about me. That's sometimes I can't believe it speaks so much more. Like, Jen Altman isn't like a personality. She's not getting interviewed about herself or her life or anything. Like, she's going on a live stream to talk about me. And that is a level of pathetic that I hope I am never fucking at. Okay. However, I am not watching. I don't encourage anybody to watch.
Oh my. But that was beforehand, but do you see how I just got through in there? Y'all say y'all didn't know. Shout out to the beautiful Sheila, Texas. It's true. Yeah, y'all say y'all didn't know what happened. How is that? Okay, you didn't know, but do you know now? It's hurtful, right? To know that y'all said I was being angry, bringing my grievances, throwing fire on the gasoline, when all that situation that happened, what was going on? And after the glare got off his live, y'all put up the thing that said enough is enough. Y'all said enough is enough, and y'all start speaking about it, and I'm like, okay, but what about throwing me in there like that? And Shraggy, where did he go, George? Or where did he go? Where did he go? and then I bring my grievances in there. I'm angry. Ocean's attempt to reach out to me. You reach out to me, right? You got any proof of angry text messages I sent to you on X or anything? Right? I told you it hurt my feelings and I was disappointed because the selective memory, the amnesia, right, of just saying something that was put out there that everybody was talking about, y'all missed, and y'all couldn't think that could not be believable. And that's the reason why I left the chat with my feelings hurt and like, oh my, feeling. So I don't know.
Because I kept asking, when is this from? I didn't know if it was recent. I didn't know what was going on. And I didn't hear the whole thing. And I just was, I don't know. When I said, felt like going to church in his channel and the people that were in there, like I felt like were so kind and nice and I could talk to. And again, it just freaking amazes me how that can all change in a second. Yeah. And I had left the door open to him to talk. I haven't heard anything. And so that's that. Yeah, pretty shocking to me. Yeah. Because he talked about how hurt he was. And we didn't say anything about him because I would never, why would I ever say anything about him? And then to hear him attack like that, I was like, what? Hurt? Yeah. You're hurt?
Yeah, Ocean, I'm hurt. Attack like that. You didn't see it? Attack y'all, Ocean. Tell y'all hurt my feelings. And this is why I don't get it at right here. Right? Because as we see, right, chats, if they don't like what somebody's saying that's going at the creator, or the creator talking about something, the chats gonna speak how they feel. So I'm on a different the standard is higher for me. Everybody else on a different standard for me, huh? Because I see chats go at people, but my chat can't speak how they feel. Like I'm telling them what to say. Because I see chats go hard. Are we kidding? What is we? And you say you were mad because my chat was feeling how they was feeling? Because they was hearing me and understanding what I was saying? Oh my.
Yeah.
Anyway.
When I was reading the transcript, I did read things like that. I read things like, we didn't take accountability. And I questioned.
I don't know what that means. Okay. I didn't read it. I didn't read it on purpose because it about killed me to hear it. So.
Right. I know. Yeah.
I know.
Okay. So that's her and me telling you how I got blasted for nothing. It about killed you to telling you it needs to be accountability on everybody in front, right? That killed you. So I'm the problem again because I'm saying how I just got chunked into this. I did something. Because y'all said enough is enough. Y'all went on how y'all said that night. Oh, wait, man. I don't. honestly. So, blame the chat on me. Damn. Oh, wait.
I mean, and I'm nothing, like, what happened to her is nothing in the trash department, is nothing compared to that. But I just know how, and she wasn't friends with Baker, so just imagine if she was. But on the other hand, she's had all this other shit happen. Anyway, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's a good point. It's like, we get it now, because we know, based on our own experiences, is that the source of truth here has been lost.
Mm-hmm.
I hear Will saying certain things, but yet I see him type on Twitter and also say on his live that he hasn't watched this in months. So where are you getting your truth from that you are now reacting to or creating opinions on, taking a stand on, if you're not listening to what she's saying, and especially listening to the context, because we know clips get taken and get posted online. That's how we see a lot of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody keeps in mind that it can be construed, misinterpreted when you don't have context. But nobody cares about that, I'm assuming.
Nobody knows that, huh? I'm not gonna mention names, but I heard people say they get clips all the time. Moon, you said the end of this, the truth getting lost. Like I'm trying to understand this seriously. You talking about people say they get clips and they not watching. Okay. So like I said, everybody said they get clips. I hear a lot of people say that. I heard the Ghost said, I heard OG said, I heard Jess said, I heard me said. So is everybody getting in, they're not watching? Because I heard a lot of people say they don't watch shows either. And so is that for everybody around the board? Or is this just selective politicking? Who we want to place that blame on for saying, oh, you're just getting clips, so you're not getting the full gist of it. What is this? What is this? I'm trying to make myself understand. Let me listen to this again. Just a little bit.
Now reacting to or creating opinions on, taking a stand on, if you're not listening to what she's saying, and especially listening to the context, because we know clips get taken and get posted online. That's how we see a lot of this.
Okay, clips get taken and posted online. Clips get sent to people too, right? I don't know what to say about this. Cause like, is we just gonna point fingers at certain individuals for just looking at clips, and not looking at getting the full narrative of something? Or do that apply to everybody? Oh my.
But nobody keeps in mind that it can be construed, misinterpreted when you don't have context. But nobody cares about that, I'm assuming, because of the large amount of people who have, I guess, refused to hear both sides of the story on multiple issues and just want, because it's convenient for their opinion, want to just move on and create more hate and negativity because that makes them feel better. That
Who makes who feel better? Who makes who feel better? Makes who feel better? I'm trying to understand this, Mary B. I really am. Because who is the who? So it's just it's just nobody do this, like okay. So content creators talk, content creators react. What's the difference? Because reacting is it's just the same, right? This hurt.
makes their opinion justified.
Well, I would say, again, like, let's pretend this was a trial that we were watching and this was the investigation, okay? There would be picket signs. Everybody would have a T-shirt. They would all gather together and say, where's the investigation? Where's the evidence? Where are the police records about the SWAT call? Because I'm telling you, this just happened and they have the phone number. So, I mean, that's just one thing. But all these taking sides on something, when you really...
Taking sides? I didn't take no side. I tell everybody, no, I wasn't in it. This in-house business. I had to speak on this and didn't want to because my name got to win it, and I got to be justified because I'm not trying to have no smoke with nobody. Picking sides. Who doing that? Who doing that? All right, let's continue. Who doing that? Who doing that? I'm trying to figure out who doing that.
Really have no idea what happened between two people who were texting online. And you don't know. You don't fucking...
And I never cared. I never cared. Never cared. That's why I said, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. I don't care. And that's what I let be known. I didn't care. I ain't in it. I can't tell other people how to feel because they rocking with who they rocking with. And some people just gonna go hard for you and they gonna give a shit. And it is what it is, right? But you hear me clear cut say, I ain't in it. Picking sides, so no, I ain't not picking no sides. I'm fighting for injustice and corruption. My videos show that. Receipts, I got them.
Know what happened between those two people, and to have somebody who sticks up for her friend and says stuff that, I've heard like all kinds of similar shit be said about people on like all of these guys' channels that they are now have the luxury of all banding together and attacking a woman on. I've heard them all use those kinds of words before.
Okay, now listen. What I don't want to do is make this a gender situation about a woman attacking men, attacking women, or like none of that. We're not gonna do that, right? But let's not do that, right? Please, let's not do that, because that is totally unfair. That's totally unfair to just put that jacket out there like that. Right? Now, if y'all riding for a person who y'all riding with, ride with them. Got no problem with that. I ain't in it. But what I'm saying, don't say attacking no woman and we don't want to know, man, say a woman attacking a man. You know, like, it ain't got nothing to do with that. The two people who pissing shit, right? I'm not into that. Mm-mm. 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 I'm not into that. Mm-mm. I'm not in that mix, right? And that's real shit. Because I ain't looking at them no different. Either one of them, right? It ain't none of my business, right? Am I watching? Everybody watching. We human. Look what I'm looking at. Yeah, we watching. Okay, it's normal. Just like you watch all the BS that, you know, like go on. We watching, so of course we watching. Like, I'm watching everything. Popcorn. 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 I got my popcorn. Yeah. Sure is. But I'm like, Kanye, did you say something? Mm-mm. And that's it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But I got no problem with nobody riding with who they riding with. I truly don't. Because they rocking with who they rocking with, and I don't look at them no different either. But listen, my name was Bennett and I ain't in it. I had my Kool-Aid and my popcorn. Buttery. But I ain't in it. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just going on there speaking and saying hi to everybody. That's it. That's all. Can't trick me. I was born in a week, but hold up, but not last week. Yeah, ma'am, yes, ma'am, sir, yes, sir. Real talk. Let's continue.
I'm going back to the investigation part of it all because everybody needs to hand in their detective badges. I don't think you can train for this, or
Well,
you not.
I'll shock everybody right now. Like, you guys had no idea how much Jess doesn't know.
Oh, shocking.
And I'm not saying that to be critical. That is a fact.
Right.
She is doing her own investigation on some of these comments that are.
Okay, now listen. Okay. Now what is that right there? What I'm saying. What is that? Right now listen. Everybody is different. Everybody move how they move. Right? Right? But look, what is this doing right here? What is this doing? Right? What is it doing? And I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm not going to even, when it comes to that part, I'm not going to get to it, but I'm going to talk about it with y'all though.
Are made. And I use that term loosely, but she's trying to understand why these statements about her are being made and what happened to make certain things happen. Why are people going live to talk about her? What happened? What were the events that led up? Who are the key players? And there are individuals in this community that she only knows their name. She only knows their handle. She has no idea who some of these people are.
Yeah,
and it's shocking.
But the people she does know, like, how did they do this? How did they like come to this opinion? How did they?
And who are they connected to?
Right. So
who do they mod for?
This comes
who
back.
are they friends with?
But that's with everybody though, right? Ain't that with everybody though? Like, oh my, that's with everybody though, y'all. That's with everybody. And I get it, this sucks. I get it, a lot of people get it, this sucks. But you got to ease on down the road. You got to ease on down the road. You lost your mind. And them steps you taking leaves you 3-4 steps behind. Yellow brick road. You got to ease on down the road. That's for everybody, right? It sucks, right? It do. I get it. But that's for everybody though. You got to, everybody go through that.
She doesn't know any of that.
Right. And we're not like saying, oh, we know this, but we look at things from kind of a global perspective here. And this is what we were doing before we had a channel. We were connecting the dots. And we were saying people don't, they're doing their own thing. And, you know, you're doing your own thing. And then you don't watch other people necessarily. And you don't see how people are connected. And you don't see who's a mod or who is, you know, the connections are insane. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
The spider web is very twisted. And you don't.
Okay. I mean, they said more on her, y'all. They did. Shout out to Hellfish. Oh, let me turn up for you, Hellfish. I forgot. I know you said something. Let me see. And shout out to Side Eyes, too. I got turned up for you, too. Hellfish. I go Side Eyes right there. Hold up, Hellfish. Don't leave yet. Hellfish said, you got to go help Emily make dinner. I understand. Because UFC, I got to get to it. Oh, my God. Well, anyway, let me just, I know you said something, I said, let me just turn y'all up real quick. I apologize, sir.
I ain't never represent, baby. I ain't do no wrong. I can clean up good for you. Oh, I know right from wrong. Cause I wanna make it. I'm a $1 million baby.
Yo, you gotta chill, man.
And thank y'all so much, too, for supporting the channel. It means everything. Thank y'all so much, right? Now, look, this is another thing I want to get to because I want everybody to understand, right? Like, one thing about this community, right? Ooh, but she Side Eyes raised for days. Hold up, turn me up again. Let me turn up again with this. Let me put on some gangster stuff. Oh, thank you so much, Side Eyes. Definitely appreciate that to Delph and Nils. I appreciate everybody in the building. I appreciate everybody that's in the building, you understand me? Now look, I am appreciative of this community, right? I'm appreciative of everybody in this community, right? I really am. Hold up. Because, let me see something real quick, because I'm trying to get this at the right part. Some people fold, some people switch sides, some people. Hold on real quick. The super team. Hold on real quick, y'all. Let's take this one. Okay, now look, y'all. We finna get into how I appreciate, all the people in this community, right? I truly do. And I don't think nobody go untold. Everybody who did what they did, right? Everybody who did what they did, right? Everybody who did what the fuck they did played a part in this, right? Everybody. I don't take that away from nobody. But I do. But there's people who did more, right? And I want y'all to see this, right? And then I want to let y'all hear, because you have to give props what props is due. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You got to give props what props is due. Y'all, 1 second. That's me. Let me just upload this real quick. Okay. You got to give props. I'm sorry about that, y'all. You got to give props what props is due. I want y'all to see this. And I feel like this, and I still mean this with everything in me, right? And it's a lot more, right? I just put the content creators, right? All the boots on the ground deserve all the respect too, right? But these people right here, I want y'all to hear this. Melanie Little, OG, Jimmy, the GOAT, Nurse Kim, and Just Machado, right? Check this out. Look, check because they are the winners to me because they did a lot. Let's continue. Let me let y'all hear this. This is from February of this year. Shout out to all you beautiful people in here tonight. So, all y'all, I love y'all to death. All y'all in here, I see all y'all salute nothing but the truth, right? That's why they mad and retrial. Let's take this walk. Hold up. I said that's why they mad. The real winners after the Karen retrial. Let's take this walk, right? It's a lot of winners, right? It's a lot of people who shining right now. I'm talking about, I say the stars at night are big and bright, right? Right, but these are the winners I'm talking about who came when I was first getting anointed to this case, right? Because we got a lot of winners, right? We got the Broken Baker, we got Red House Media, we got Emily C. We got a bunch of people, Erica Walsh. I'm talking about real winners. We know Erica been up since this started the channel, but we got real winners, right? Like we got a bunch of people who I can name, who shine, like the General MC Kazi. Salute to him. Who touching the General MC right now? Who done made a wave like the General MC done made a wave right now? I'm talking about big waves in the ocean. Man, salute to the General, right? We got a bunch of winners out here, and I ain't leaving nobody out. Y'all know who y'all is. It's not salute to all y'all because I'm rocking with all y'all, right? But see, when I came in the game, right, these are the people right here, right, who I seen. As we can see to the far left, the beautiful Melanie Little. Next to her, you got the OG, a.k.a. Will Declara, El Jefe. Next to him, you got Auntie Dale, a.k.a. Jimmy, in the building, and you know. Next to him, the MVP of the Commonwealth versus Karen Reed, the GOAT, a.k.a. Turtle Boy, in the building, you hear me? And next to her, you got Miss Dickums herself, the beautiful Nurse Kim. And next to her, you got the beautiful, talented Miss Just Machado. Right? Winners. Look at the thumbnail. Winners. The super team who crushed injustice. Right? Right? Let me talk to y'all about these winners right here. Right? In a world where pressure exposes character, right? And storms reveal who's really solid, loyalty is everything. When the spotlight gets hot, when accusations fly, when opinions divide friends and families, that's when the true colors show. Some people fold, some people switch sides, some people become turncoats the moment it benefits them. But the real ones, they stand firm. This today, y'all, is about these winners right here on the super team. How staying loyal when it could have been easier to walk away. This is about keeping gossip, try to stain it, right? This is about refusing to become a turncoat just to fit in or feel safe, right? You see these ones right here? After the trial, life doesn't just go back to normal. It becomes a new chapter. A chapter where you either grow or bitter. Or either you grow bitter or grow stronger. Let me say it like that. These ones right here, successful people understand it's something powerful, right? Adversity is a test, not a life sentence. The Karen Reed trial might have been public, painful, and stressful. But it was also a filter. It filtered out fake friends. It exposed opportunists. It revealed who was praying for you and who was praying.
Here at Thrive, we do things differently. We have
My bad, y'all. My bad. 1 second. But we're going to continue in a second. That's what I want y'all to understand how I'm coming, for real. I mean, everything I'm saying, I don't sugarcoat shit. On you. Loyalty, it isn't loud, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't need validation. It doesn't flip like a coin for convenience. It doesn't chase clout, ladies and gentlemen. A turncoat changes with the wind. A loyal person stands in it. Hold up. Let's talk about success after the trial. It isn't just about money or status with these winners right here. It's about peace. It's about walking into rooms with your head high. It's about rebuilding smarter. It's about leveling up mentally, emotionally, and financially. But when you survive in something that tries to break you, you move different, ladies and gentlemen. You start to value your circle differently. You protect your energy differently. Because let me holler at y'all, being successful after the storms means you didn't let bitterness poison your future. You didn't let public opinion define your destiny. You didn't betray yourself to please the crowd. You didn't abandon your morals for temporary comforts. Turncoats chase safety. Loyal people build legacy. And here's the truth. Staying loyal doesn't mean staying blind, right? It means standing on principles, standing on 10. It means knowing who you are even when the bullshit narratives try to rewrite who you really are. It means refusing to sell your integrity for short-term applause, ladies and gentlemen. The trial may have been the headline, but your comeback, that's the real story. Success in response, because growth is the real revenge. Peace is the victory. After the courtroom noise fades, real life starts to begin again, right? And the ones who stay solid, they win long term. They move in silence, they elevate, they build businesses, they repair relationships, they become sharper, wiser, and more disciplined, ladies and gentlemen. Being a turncoat might get you temporary approval. Being loyal builds permanent respect. So today, this for the ones who stayed 10 toes down, for the ones who didn't fold under pressure, for the ones who kept their character intact when it would have been easy to switch sides. Because, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, the trial's in. Reputation we build, success multiplies, but loyalty, that's forever. And I mean that with everything. Give me salutes. So I heard I said loyalty, that's forever. Right? Forever. Loyalty is forever. So winners, the super team who crushed injustice. Shout out to all of them on there. The beautiful ladies, Melanie Little, Nurse Kim, Jessica Machado. Shout out to the gentlemen, Will DeClaire, Chin, and the GOAT, right? They the real ones, right? Them the ones who I came up under, whether it was watching or knowing them to be around, right? Because first, let's start with the beautiful Jessica Machado. Because what she been around like 4, 5 months now, right? Came onto the scene and just wiping shit out the way. Came came onto the scene like Shaq Diesel in his prime. I'm talking about like unstoppable, smart, intelligent, and stayed down. Shout out to the beautiful Jessica Machado, because she's a winner. Shout out to the Earth Angel herself. I mean, oh my, the beautiful Nurse King. So back to her, right? Because Nurse Kim is so smart, so intelligent, so witty, so funny, so first, which all these ladies are, right? Passion, dedication, and how her journey was able to start with me knowing coming from TikTok and just becoming a sensation. Oh my. Shout out to the beautiful Melanie Little, right? Shout out to her. Shout out to the beautiful Melanie Little. Because that's the one who christened me, right? In this case, that's the one who I watched every day, who stopped when I didn't understand fully a lot of the people, and she didn't curl if other people was too smart, because she wanted to let us know, because she needed to dumb it down for us a little bit. Now, shout out to the beautiful Melanie Little, right? Because when it comes to covering the trial, hey, this is my opinion. Who does it better? Nobody. Let me go to Jenny now. The Prince of Massachusetts. Right? The Prince of Massachusetts. Just knowing how Jimmy started with his little skits, I think it was from TikTok as well. Transformed over her. And everybody from the 214 where I met around the world, we know Jimmy is that star that shines bright. When you're talking about talent, this dude is wickedly talented. I'm talking about to the maximum. Right? And we're talking about a person who's dedicated, a person who put into their craft, and you could tell they mean every second. I'm speaking on Jimmy, but everybody like it. I'm speaking on him right now. Who does it better? Who more funnier than Jimmy? Look what Jimmy did tonight. Man, shout out to him. How did he nail the beautiful Jessica Machado like that and make it beautiful, funny at the same time? Man, shout out to him. Man, nobody fucking with Jimmy. Real talk. I'm telling you, this dude right here deserves to be on a fucking nighttime show globally. That's just real shit.
Worried about missing the April tax deadline?
Oh, my bad, y'all. Hold on. Let me make it past this shit. Trying to hurry up, y'all. I appreciate y'all. We're almost there. Let's talk about Will Leclerc, the OG El Jefe. Man, hold up. Now, see, when it comes to the OG, talent ain't on him. It was already in him when he was birthed, right? The OG is so great in what he do. Like, he just colored it out from the north to the south to the east to the west. When it comes to be funny, he one of the funniest. When it comes to talking his shit, he one of the best. When it comes to being petty, he the best doing it. When it comes to be wickedly breaking something down, man, this guy is smart as they come. Right? And when I tell y'all this dude is the absolute truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And when I tell y'all this guy right here was very instrumental to me, right? When watching this case and listening to the afters, he was one of them ones too, right? Now, let's get to the OG. The reason for the season, right? You know, the MVP of all of this, right? The king of shutting down corruption. I don't even have to say nothing about the GOAT. It speaks for itself. 3-time award-winning journalist, right? Remember, I told the GOAT this. You didn't walk through the fire. You ran through that bitch. Remember, I told y'all at the little cross game, he was on his Tupac hit him up shit. Grab your Glock if you see Turtle Boy. Call the cops if you see Turtle Boy. Who shot that bunch of punch did. Finish now, you're about to shit all right. Other minutes, Turtle Boy, he hit him up. Hold up. Hold up. Stop playing. It's no area. Like, what do you think I kind of GOAT of this generation? It's no area where he ain't great. Right? And this ain't just me talking. Look at the numbers. Look at what he do. Cuz to watch a football game and have a punk motherfucker hating on him because he got 3,000 or 4,000 motherfuckers in there watching him watch the football. GOAT, GOAT. Winners. so you're gonna keep it going after that. Turn up for they funny, they witty, like weather just shirts, right? Just know, RFD loves you. Now, let's take this walk. But before we take that walk, if y'all want to support the show, memberships, cash up, and boxing, if y'all know boxing, right? Check, because listen, that's why they mad. Sheila, let me speak on boxing term for y'all, right? And boxing, if y'all know boxing, right? And also, I also want to thank all the beautiful women in the chat, because listen, this Karen Reed movement, right? This Karen Reed movement, man, it was 90% of you beautiful women out your. It was 90% of you beautiful ladies out here. Man, when I look at my algorithms, it's 90% women. That's the number I'm going off of. So all you beautiful women out here, and I'm not disregarding the man, but when you got a gap like that, because I'm not disregarding the man, I got to turn up for you beautiful ladies. Okay, so look, with me saying that right there, y'all, making that point, right? I meant every fucking word I said. And I still mean every word now, right? I don't put on no show for nothing. I done seen it all. I done won the best radio show of the year, right? I done did all of that. I done been all around the states. But when I tell you, when I know, these people were so much impactful to me. All of them on there. All of them on there. Right? And they deserve that respect. And this don't take nothing away from nobody else. I'm not trying to put nobody below nothing. I'm just, if you have to pick who is the top five, you know, you're gonna start on a team, right? Like, or whatever it is, with 6 of them, that's the ones who I'm picking in this movement, right? Because to me, it was it just what they did could be unprecedented. From Melanie Little to the OG Will Claire, from Jimmy, from the GOAT, from the beautiful Nurse Kim, and from the beautiful Jessica Machado. So I want y'all to know that. So that is never gonna go out my memory of how these people right here was instrumental in this movement. And can't nobody tell me different. That's just my opinion. And I will argue anybody from Melanie, OG, Jimmy, the GOAT, Nurse Kim, and Jessica Machado. And then look what they doing now. They shining. Still shining. And they're going to continue to shine. And I wish them nothing but the best. Right? Man, I want this community to be great. And when I look at them are the forces of the community. And I sure hope that the force, you know, could stay strong and come back together. But I love all y'all to death. I want y'all to know this is my last thing about this, right? I just don't care if nothing else is said about me. I don't care, because I'm not finna try to fight no situation where I know I'm right and it's gonna look a certain type of way anyway. I'm done. I said what I had to say, right? I ain't on nobody's side. I'm on the right side of this community. Nobody finna make me pick and choose. I'm not gonna do it. I just want to let y'all know this is it with me. I don't care no more what's said about me. I don't. I'm done. Cause I can't win. I'm just gonna continue, like Mary B said, fighting to free Charter Boy and fighting injustice and corruption. Love y'all to death. See y'all soon. And I'm gonna catch the goat on replay, y'all. I apologize, but this event at the White House tonight, I apologize if the goat listening. This event at the White House, UFC, man, the 250th anniversary of I was born in the USA. I was born in the USA. Hold up. Man, y'all know I'm country first. Man, I want to, I'm sorry, damn, I forgot to tell Hellfish. Thank him for his services. And thank any other man or woman who served our country or had family members who served our country, right? Because y'all know it's all about that red, white, and blue with me. I take country seriously, do you hear me? And like I tell y'all, I don't give a fuck who you, don't fuck with me when it comes to the veterans. I ain't talking about the bullshit turncoat bitch ass veterans like that punk ass motherfucker who was the detective. He's a disgraceful fucking veteran, right? Oh, thank you for your services, Hellfish Haven. I ain't talking about the disgraceful fucking veteran who was, what the fuck is that pussy name? Who was on that Richard Allen case? I can't not think of that bitch name right now. And I'm finna get back to that too. Shout out to all my cranks out there. I'm sorry, y'all. We finna get this back popping to get Richard Allen free up in this motherfucker. A real veteran who served our country and motherfuckers did him like that. Are you fucking kidding me? See, that's what type of time I'm on. I'm on a go time to what he got going on to fight for our fucking First Amendment rights. And I'm gonna get Richard Allen fucking free, man. They tortured that fucking man. They still torturing him. Man, y'all read all that shit and see what the fuck they did to Richard Allen. A veteran who served our motherfucking country, man. You fucking kidding me? Man, I'm not fucking playing no game, man. Listen, I'm telling y'all, don't fuck with me when it comes to veterans. I don't give a fuck. I get ignorant real quick. You talking about noodles ain't right. The noodles, you talking about noodles ain't right. I don't give a fuck. I'm all about our veterans because I'm telling y'all, man, they are the gold fucking standard of this country. And if you see a veteran out and they got something on, baby, don't ask them if they know fucking veteran. They got a cap on. You just go take care of that meal. Or you tell them thank them for their services if you can't pay for a meal. Right? Because that's what they appreciate. I'm telling y'all, I worked in the mortgage company, right? And I seen a lot of these fucking veterans get did dirty where it take them 20 fucking years to get 100% where they don't have to pay their fucking taxes. Why the fuck do veterans got to pay taxes on their house and they served our motherfucking country? That's just stupid. Any fucking veteran who done served our country, shout out to Moet and her day. Lieutenant Colonel Green Beret, Special Force Vietnam. Thank you for your services, sir. But why should any fucking veteran have to pay tax? I don't give a fuck. If you went and served, you should not have to. Shout out to the Marines out there. Thank you for your service. Why the fuck are they paying taxes? Man, I used to break my heart having to speak to them veterans and know this bullshit ass company that I was working for was doing them like that. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Don't fuck with me about the veterans. Don't even play with me, please. Because I would go left real quick. I swear to God. I ain't lying. And I'm sorry. Man, shout out to She Like Texas. She say, yeah, sir, don't come in any veteran. I stand shoulder to shoulder with veterans. If I didn't, my dad wouldn't have my ass. Man, shout out to She Like Texas. And thank her dad for his services, man. And ask my West. You know, when I speak to them, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Because when it comes talking to veterans, and boy, I was so interested. When she started telling me about how her daddy served in the high rank, he got, like, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like any veteran, I ain't gonna lie to you. They mean a whole lot to me, right? And I ask 1,000 fucking questions. I'm sorry, Mom. I can't help myself, right? Because her dad, like, come on now. Like, I can't help myself. And then I find myself being a little overprotective, and that's her daddy. I'm sorry, Mo. That's her daddy. Because, man, I love our veterans out here, y'all. I want y'all to really know that. I love our veterans. I love her. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. All right. I ain't gonna lie. You know, just not. Oh, I be overprotective. Not saying nothing like that. It's just that, you know, people be used to growing up in military families. I ain't, right. So like, you know, when I found that boy, I asked, oh my God. And I'm always trying to make it, oh my God. Yeah, fuck Bukaki too. But yeah, man, I'm overprotective of our veterans, man. I don't care if you mother, father, sister, brother, because I feel like they are all with me and it's my blood too. I am very overprotective on our veterans. And tonight, y'all, man, the UFC is throwing the 250 freedom fight on Paramount if you got it, right? And it's in the White House on the lawn. Oh my. So I apologize. I'm Mr. Go tonight, but I'm a country first person. I can't wait to see them dudes march out there, you know, and do all that other stuff because, you know, saying our national anthem, right? Don't play with me. Do not play with me. But I love y'all. Deaf. See y'all soon. I do. Y'all know how I do. I'm on that bullshit again. Let me tell y'all a little story about me. In the boxing world, my name is Mr. IOTBA. The acronyms for IOTBA is Mr. Undeniable. Hold up. Mr. These boys can't touch me.
If you do. Bet I ain't got shit to prove. Who does go to Lil Bruce? Smile sharp enough to choose. Bang, bang, right through your cool. Walking like a rumor with a pulse. Lip curl sweeter than your cold. My eyes say try me and you freeze like salt. Got your huggle. You wanted that smoke, I'm the whole damn stack. Got your huggle. Step up, I'll clear the room. You're a daisy if you do. You're a daisy if you do. R-U-L. All aces in my hand, better back. Tongue sharp like a tag, hit a click, clack. You wanted that heat, now it's time to meet the sun. No shade, just black. Walk slow, silver in my lap. Halo, crooked heart attack. Say your piece, talk that trash. I turn every word to glass. Cut deep.
Oh shit, it's your boy Mr. IOTBA. I'm touching down from that 2, 1, 4, and I'm on that bullshit again. I'm on that bullshit today, right? Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do.